Hello, Kristina and David. This is David Gould from over at Sloane Toyota, Philadelphia. I wanted to get a quick video out to you this evening so you could get a better idea of what you're looking at with our limited RAV4. Phenomenal, top of the line flagship RAV4 here when we talk about what's available. This is a special color. It's called Ruby Flare Mica. It's a 4-stage paint coming from Lexus that gives a beautiful depth. Right now it's wet, so we are not going to be able to really appreciate just how nice it is, but it is a phenomenal finish, if you would, to the car. The Ruby Flare. So there's your red, David, that you were asking for. It is going to come with yet bigger wheels than the XLE. Puddle lights up on the top. These have the ash, which is a light gray with a dark trim. Softex. Softex is like a leather. I know that's important to you. I don't know if you can pick up the green or not. If I get in close there. If we were looking at it, you would not know any better. They are heated seats as well. They will be extremely easy to maintain. Good for, you said you had dogs there, I believe. They'll be able to take care of that. This is going to have memory seats. This will have the blind spot monitor. This is going to have cross-traffic monitor, which would be if something was moving, including a human being, going perpendicular to the rear this way across the back of the car. My mother, my 84-year-old mother, has it in her Avalon, and it can see 45, 50 feet to each side in both lanes of traffic coming across her bow as she backs out of her driveway into a busy rural road. So it's a neat feature if you were going to talk about that. These are push-button starts, all of them, and they have power lift gates for the rear that are adjustable as well. There's going to be a ton of stuff to go over when you get here tomorrow more, but I did want you to be able to see the color of the car in particular. Just some of the features. There's your sunroof up on top there. Projection headlamps down on the bottom, which gives you the really clear lighting without having to spend $400, $500 for a light bulb like they have with the luxury and other divisions that are using that. David, I think we talked about some crossbars. Look at that up on top there. They are functional. You can use them as well. The seats fold down flat in the back. That's a very nice part. It gives you a ton more room. You can see if I'm down here, out and down, as to just how flat. Gives a ton more room and storage if you're putting items all the way through to the back. Okay, your headliner up on top of there. Audio system is going to be a navigation system in there as well. So that gives you a nice upgrade there. This is the limited all-wheel drive. Our all-wheel drive system is front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and then on top of that it has side-wheel drive. Side-wheel drive is if the steering wheel is turned, say 13, 14, 15 degrees, which is not much, it'll actually put the power wheels to whichever side you're pointing towards. So if you went into the ramp a little bit too quick and the car started to walk on you towards, off the ramp, it would actually put on the brakes, slow it for you without you touching the brakes. You're still on the gas, and it would put the power to the outside, much the way a skier or a power skater puts their weight to the outside skate. It does the same thing for the power wheels of the car. Let's see if we can start this up here real quick. All right, you can see just some of the lights that are lighting up on the inside there. It's got a ton of features. I can see down below here some more of them. The lock switch for the all-wheel drive is nice. If you're in your driveway in your neighborhood, you know you're going to go through a lot of snow, you don't have to wait for it to slip. You can press that and lock it in. Power lift gate in the back. Lane keep, that's where it's going to watch for items up in the road. That's done with a camera that sits up behind right there, up behind the mirror. And these are smart mirrors, so we're going to see the home link controls there for garage door openers. The radar, when they talk about the radar for pedestrians or for objects to get out in front of the car, that's behind the Toyota symbol out at the nose of the car. So that's another system, but it works, together with this one to be able to give you a bunch of other features in there. Radar cruise control is in there. I'm looking across here. I can see the apps feature over here. The apps, if I hit this right now, is going to bring up our available applications. There's navigation. Now, I very rarely am pushing the buttons. I do it if I'm pre-planning a trip ahead of time. Most of the time, I'm talking to it. So I just tell it. I say, I want coffee, and bang, it'll take me to local coffee houses. If I want Wawa, Starbucks. This is the radar cruise control. That's pretty neat. Car will accelerate, decelerate based on traffic. In other words, it doesn't have to just run at one speed. It can actually slow down and will retain back wherever you left off. I can feel the heated seats right now underneath me. Which is that guy right there, down below. and I could feel that was on. Sport and eco modes for being able to, if you wanted a sportier feel or more ecological driving, better gas mileage feel, you have that option. I just leave it in normal mode. Kind of nice here. I saw Kristina, by the way, you spell your name with a K. My wife is Christine, spelled with a K. So we have David and Christine's, David and Chris's with a K in common here. That's kind of unique. So we go here, auto, for being able to set my temperature or your temperature, Christine. And then David's over here, or vice versa. Whichever way, because you know, maybe you like it a little cooler, he likes it a little warmer. It's a nice feature. It blends nicely towards the rear, but up in the front. This is a HEPA filter here, super microns. Keeps, if any allergies, even if you don't have allergies on a really, really bad pollen day, you know, it's nice to have it even for a guest in the car. And it works extremely well. I've been in circumstances where people were sneezing their heads off. Get in the car, shut the windows, get in the car, turn this on, 30 seconds, a minute, and it's over. It does that good of a job. Defroster, standard stuff up and top there. The audio system's too much to put on this video. If you were looking online, YouTubing, it would be under Entune, E-N-T-U-N-E, Entune, Toyota Entune, and it'll get into, I would describe it as a very basic but very powerful audio system that's working with your phone, your cell phone, as the brain. So the way I'm using this right now, the cell phone, to make the video, your cell phone, Kristina, when you get into the car, your playlist, your preferences, all that, your navigation sites, etc., as long as you're the one paired to the car, that's all automatically going to come up, okay? So you don't have to get in the car and then reset everything or work with whatever was in the car. And then let's just say 2 seconds later, David was in the car. Well, if you just get in there, press a couple buttons, you can change who's in charge, and off you go, and now all of a sudden David's preference list comes up. So it is pretty neat. You can do it very fast, and you do not have to erase the other person's. It'll hold up to 5 users, so you can bounce back and forth between users pretty quick. I can't get to the screens right now because we're not hooked up yet with that, but that's pretty neat. Lots more to talk about. That up there is traction control, a feature that's extremely nice. It's going to be sitting up in there. There's 8 airbags in here around us. You know, our competitors, there isn't really, as far as I'm concerned, in this car. We've probably already been over that. But hey, if you still had questions about any of them, I'm going to send you some links out here attached with this video. You're more than welcome to check them out. And I'm more than confident our car is going to stand tall. This is David Gould. I'm looking forward to meeting you all tomorrow up here at Sloane Toyota Philadelphia on Cotman Avenue. Thank you again for your time tonight, David and Kristina. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person tomorrow. Have a great night. And I trust this is probably the right car.